So guys, welcome back to another Team of the Season player review. This time we've got a active playing football legend in the form of Samuel Eto'o. Now, before we get into things, I want to point out that this is actually Eto'o's second 90 rated card in this year's Ultimate Team, as he actually has a 90 rated FUT birthday card as well. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, and we will discuss that later on in the comparison part of the review. But before we continue, in the team, as you can see, there is a Team of the Season Ricardo Quaresma. I actually reviewed him last night, so make sure you check that out. The video is already on the channel. Also guys, usual stuff, if you could leave a like on the video, that would be awesome. Really do appreciate your support. Leave a comment, let me know if you tried this guy, how he was for you, and also let me know which other Team of the Season players you would like to see me do a player review on. Also, you know, follow me on Twitter at KieronSFF. Like, I never plug my Twitter. I probably should plug it more, but yeah, follow me if you want. So after that pretty long-winded intro, I think it's time we started talking about Eto'o a bit more. So in this past season for his team, he played 27 times in the league, he scored 17 goals and got 6 assists, which is a pretty good record overall for a 36-year-old. So after having a pretty good season, Samuel Eto'o has been awarded this very nice looking Team of the Season card that does have 95 shooting, 89 passing, 92 dribbling and 85 physical. Some very nice attributes on this card. In the 6 games I played, he scored 8 times and got 2 assists, and I've got to say, when I look at that card, like, I know he looks good for a striker, but to me, he looks like he'd be pretty good at cam as well. I don't know if that's just me, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think he'd make a good cam? Because I certainly do. He does sadly only have a 3-star weak foot, which I won't lie can be a bit of an issue, but 4-star skill moves for a striker is always very nice. As you've already seen, I was using him in a 4-3-2-1 formation with Quaresma on his right and Mark Overmars on the left. The only instructions I actually had on him were to get in behind. I probably should have put stay central on him because he did drift wide at times, which was a bit frustrating, I won't lie. Custom tactics wise, as you can see on the screen, I don't really do much. It's pretty much just bang the speed up, bang the pressure up and change the defensive line to cover, and that's pretty much it. I'm not much of a tactician. Okay, let's discuss some of his in-game stats, starting off with the mental and physical ones. First of all, 96 attack positioning is very nice, although like I said previously, he does like to drift wide. He's got 90 agility, which is very nice, 99 jumping, which as you can imagine can be very nice, does win plenty of headers, which is good. 83 strength and 85 balance, a very good combination, so he is quite hard to dispossess of the ball. Skill wise, he's got 92 ball control and dribbling, so that's a nice combination right there. 97 finishing for him as well, as you'd expect with a high rated Team Season card, has a very good finishing stat. 95 heading is pretty good too, especially when you consider the fact that we've just seen that he's got 99 jumping, and also on top of all that, he's got 98 shot power as well. I think Eto'o has some good utility value. As I said at the start, he looks like he could be a great cam. 91 short passing, 85 long passing, like them stats are as good, if not better, than some Team of the Season cams. So now we're into the in-game clips. Let's talk about how this Team of the Season Eto'o performed in-game. First of all, I felt he was quite the team player. He got involved in most attacks and he did pass the ball very well. As I previously mentioned, his passing stats are very good, and to be honest, he probably should have had more assists. We'll also mention that he did set up quite a lot of decent chances that I personally just failed to put away, and you'll see some of them in the clips. Pace wise, he felt inconsistent to me. Sometimes he had the breakaway pace and sometimes he didn't, which I know that sounds odd, but that was just how it seemed to me, and it definitely wasn't down to his dribbling because that as a whole was solid. A lot of agility, good balance and decent ball control. However, I will mention that at times I did feel let down by his first touch. There were a few occasions where he just randomly took a really heavy touch and lost control of the ball, which was a bit annoying because for most part his ball control is very good, but on these like 2 or 3 occasions, just huge touches that took the ball away from him. Shooting wise, there's not too much to discuss. He's got 95 shooting, obviously he's going to score you goals. His finesse for me was absolutely deadly, so if you do pick this card up, I would definitely abuse his finesse shots. He's got a lot of shot power, so he can bang them in if needed, and long shots are absolutely no issue for Team of the Season Eto'o. But I will say, keep it on his stronger right foot if you want to have the most success, because his 3-star weak foot can hinder him. Passing wise, we've spoken about this quite a bit already, so I won't ramble too much about his passing. It basically, his short passing and long passing were both great. He puts in some great through balls as well, and I do think he could play that camera role if you wanted him to. Physically, he impressed me. He's got a good bit of strength about him, and he does battle very well. He's not too easily dispossessed either. I do wish his stamina was better, but other than the pace, I haven't really got any complaints about any of his physical stats. And obviously, I will re-mention the fact that he does have 99 jumping, so he will win most aerial battles. Work rates, Eto'o does have medium-low work rates, which I felt did affect his runs a little bit. I also felt that he sat back a bit more than a conventional striker would. Weak foot, as I've already discussed, it's a 3-star, so yeah, if you can, to the best of your ability, just try and keep on his right foot, whether that comes to passing or shooting, just that way you can guarantee yourself a bit more success. Skill moves, he's got 4. So yeah, good stuff. Positionally, although he got involved a lot, he got involved from deep, and I'd rather him get forward more if I'm using him as a striker. So yeah, that was a bit annoying. I also felt he drifted wide a lot too. Just quickly here, this is probably my favourite Eto'o goal just because of the circumstances. This guy was playing 5 back and just pretty much just playing defensive. We finally got a break on him. It's Eto'o breaking away, and then bang! Puts the ball in the net, puts the ball in the back of the net, thankfully, and gives us the lead in that game. I was very relieved when that goal went in. So, before summary time, it's comparison time, and as you can see, we've actually got a very interesting comparison. Team of the Season Eto'o versus Foot Birthday Eto'o. Now, I haven't included Eto'o's SBC, his non-inform or his inform, because there's no point. We need to talk about these two. Both have the same overall, but Team of the Season Eto'o has better stats everywhere except for pace. Now, I've used them both. These are two very similar cards, and if I'm being fully honest, despite it looking like a large difference in shooting, I don't think you'd actually notice it as much as you'd think. Foot Birthday Eto'o for me, sorry, was very freaking good. And one thing that I felt Team of the Season Eto'o lacked at times was that killer pace, and his retro card has that. So if you are deciding between the two, you've got to think, what's going to make a bigger difference in game? A huge difference in pace or a minimal difference in shooting? I think you all know which I'd go for, and I think whether you abuse pace or not, for competitive FIFA and stuff like Foot Champs, you're going to want that pacey edge. Because what if it comes down to that one last chance, that one last breaking play, and your player's just not quick enough to make the break? It could come down to that, it could be that, it could be those fine margins that cost you a game. So now it's finally summary time. As you can see, I'm giving Team of the Season Samuel Eto'o a very respectable. So now it's finally summary time, and as you can see, I'm giving Team of the Season Samuel Eto'o a very respectable 8.7 out of 10. He's a good striker, and I think he'd be absolutely clinical in the right hands. I do wish he had the pace to match his retro card, but I do feel that he'd make a great cam or centre forward, and that's not due to his pace, but the way he positioned himself on the pitch. So, do I think he's worth the coins? Yeah, I do. But do I think you should pick him up? I'd have to say no. I'd go for the Foot Birthday card instead, because it's similar in price and it's much faster. And as I said previously, I don't think the Team of the Season card shooting or passing is that much better than his retro card. But if you really do want this Team of the Season Eto'o card, I'd remind you to be sure to use his passing, 1-2's link up play, get him up the field, abuse his finesse as it's awesome, and also just use him to hold up play and ping over the top through balls to on-running wingers. I'd also recommend setting instructions on him to make sure that he stays central, because as I said previously, he does like to drift wide. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Team of the Season Samuel Eto'o. Hope you've enjoyed this player review. If you have, please remember to leave a like on it. Comment below if you've tried him, how he was for you. Also let me know which other Team of the Season players you'd like me to review. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. This special new Eto'o card did of course come from the brand new Turkish League Team of the Season. So if there is a player from that Team of the Season or the Saudi one that you'd like to see a player review on, remember to let me know in the comments and I'll try and get that done for you guys.